Hello there, it's me again, and it's a follow-up to that a day later. Hi, how are you all? How great to be back with you again. And it's a day later, so that demonstration of man under the water has dried, and you can see it now. Now I did the water very thin and translucent, kind of transparent. Now you might want to make it deeper than that. I have him in a kind of very clear Caribbean water, and you know, it's all open to interpretation. You know, it might be a man reaching for the clouds, you know, for freedom. It might be a undersea god. It might be so many things. It might just be an ordinary guy just out in the water, just you know, enjoying himself on a lovely sunny day down there. But that was it, you know, and you can see from my demonstration that I did that really quickly. And you know, obviously, if you're going to do water, you can make it really thin like that. I would recommend that, you know, plenty of water, mix the colours, blue, green, and a little white to get that aqua. Okay. You can see with plenty of water it even forms a nice little curly wave at the top. And the sky came out okay as well, just, you know, it was running a little bit, but I like that. You know, it's with acrylic paint, you are going to be using its properties. You know, it's different from oil paint. You know, with oil paint, you're not really dripping it down like that. You're more solid movements with oil paint, but we're not doing oil paint because acrylic is cheaper and easier to use in a house because of the smells. So that is just a follow-up to the last one. That's the paint. You know, I used this as a palette, and when I was finished with it, I put all the paint on here. So this is a very solid kind of version now with less water. And you can see now this would create an effect quite different of water. If I took the figure and painted him on that, it would give a startlingly different effect. So I'm going to use this reddish brown for the figure. Now these are just examples of things you can do for the second painting. They're not me telling you, do this. They're like demonstrations. They're prescriptions rather than orders. I don't like giving orders. There's enough people giving orders over here as it is, without me adding to the mess. So, thin brush, some of that reddish brown, because I'll make this guy that shade. So that would be on this. This is just literally the paint from the last talk. I just smeared it on here and let it dry. And again, let me find a shape of a figure from this old book. I'll just find someone. Yeah, there's somebody here standing. So you can see I'm going on top of the very dry paint this time. This is a different technique. The last technique was basically using lots of water to get the effect of this thing running very quickly. Now this is a more solid look, and you can do both these techniques. You know, acrylic has the advantage over oils and watercolours. You can go very soft or you can go very solid. You know, you're in both, if that makes sense. You can go very thick paint, or you can go very thin paint, very watery paint. So you might as well, each different type of paint has got advantages and disadvantages. Now, you know, there's only so much I can cover in this short course, but if you're wanting to do my next course, those of you who haven't done it, it's called Painting 2, and you should do that. You'll get a lot more ideas of things to do and techniques and such like, so it's always a good idea to do that. Now I'm just painting this man in one colour, you know, I'm not doing him in a lot of detail, I'm doing him more like a kind of impression of a human being. Big hair. So it shows you that there's a vast range of techniques, and it really is, with painting, dependent on your internal psychology. You know, if you're a person who's very vibrant and energetic, you know, you'll do those kind of paintings, you know, with a lot of buzz and energy. If you're a more slow, careful, contemplative person, that's okay as well. You know, you'll do a more slow, careful, contemplative type of painting. You know, everything is okay. There's no particular good type of person to be. There's only one type of person you can be, and that is yourself. And if you can achieve that in this lifetime, you have truly achieved something remarkable. Because it can take a lifetime. Don't believe what people tell you. It takes a long time to truly be yourself. So here's this funny little man. You can see I'm not really... I'll put him standing on something here under the water. So this is a very different, quick thing. By the way, if you're doing painting, it's always a good idea to have some sort of rags and things available, okay? So that you can use those to kind of wipe away things and smear things into life. Smear things into life, have you ever heard that? You can use it to take off paint and to blend paint and to dry up whole areas of paint. That's it. Now this is a silly little figure that I'm doing, but it's only intended as a very crude and quick demonstration. You can spend more time on this. You know, we've still got into the middle of December, so still a few weeks. And I have got an art quiz coming up, which I want you to send in the answers to by email or text. It's going to be very easy, so no need to panic. So here I am knocking this fellow out very quickly. Now he's standing on a kind of water's edge, this guy. He's actually not submerged. The other one, I'll find him again and show it to you. He was supposed to be under the water. This guy's maybe at the edge of the water, looking out. Or just under it. I'll put him just under it. You know, he's kind of got his feet under it, if that makes sense. So look, there you are. These are just demonstrations of techniques. I'm not asking you to do a figure underwater. I'm asking you just to check out what I'm doing. You can do anything. I got a lovely photograph sent this morning of somebody who's going to do this wonderful, beautiful girl's face all vibrant colours, that's good. Or you could, whatever you've got, something that you love and like. Take a photograph of your mother and turn it into a fantastic painting and give it to her for Christmas. She'd appreciate that. Or your dad, or your husband, or your lover, whatever, something nice that means something for you and that you can put some of your soul into it. So there's the guy. I think this is the better one. That's the man emerging from the water. It could have a lot of interpretations. It looks like he's kind of escaping and he's getting the sense of freedom. And, these things are all coming out of me. I'm not thinking as an artist, I'm feeling. There's two different things, thinking is all with the brain, feeling is with the body and the heart. And I'm feeling energies and feeling things in this world, and then I want to communicate it in paint. This is what I've done in the last 5 minutes. There's another one, a man standing alone on a kind of watery edge there. So they're two totally different energies. I think I prefer the one that I did last time. He's much more strong, and this is kind of like he's just standing there looking out. But they're both different. There's one that's kind of reaching for freedom and getting through all the watery stuff. And this guy's just standing there, kind of got his arm out for something, I don't know what. So they're two totally different ways. Thick paint, letting it dry, and then painting on top of it. And this one, lots of water and just creating a very light thing with mainly the figure who stands out. He's the main subject. And very light paint, like I showed you in the last video. Very light colour here, very light colour here. Okay, that's it. And I'll be setting up an art quiz as well. So please email or text me if you have any kind of things that you don't know that you would like me to try to demonstrate with paint. We're doing painting now, and you're doing your second painting from your imagination. So when you come up with something that you feel that you want to discover more about and really kind of find out more about, just contact me. Text, you know the number. Email, you know the email. And I will enjoy hearing from you. Over and out from now. Bye bye.